touch briefly on knockout power once again. I've touched on this a few times in a few videos, but I just want to make a quick video about this. I've seen comments about Devin Haney because I said Devin Haney. I think he's going to knock out JoJo tonight, and a lot of people saying since when Devin started getting knockouts, there's no way he's knocking out JoJo Diaz. And the problem is with a lot of these people that so-called boxing fans, they're so stuck on these dudes that's been known that has this so-called knockout power, like Deontay Wilder, Devontae Tank Davis. You got the Regis Prograis. You got these dudes with this power, Triple G, Canelo, so-called. It's funny because they say this, and Canelo, his knockout ratio is like 60 something percent, which is bare minimum, right? Devin Haney has 15 knockouts out of 25, 26 fights. Jojo Diaz has 15 knockouts. I think Jojo has 30 something fight, 32 fights. Many will call those mediocre knockout ratios. But here's the thing is with this knockout thing, you see Tank, he has a high knockout ratio, but then you got to consider his competition level. Who has Tank been fighting where they can pose a challenge where they're not going to get a chance? He's not going to really get a real good chance to knock them out. He hasn't faced anybody that we would call upper echelon boxers, man. And that's where the problem lays. And it makes you realize, okay, if fighters like Tank, he has this high KO ratio. It's when you start moving up and stepping up in competition, that shit slows down. You're gonna start getting less and less knockouts. Take for instance, the last person Tank fought he fought Mario Barrios. Okay, nobody really knew who the hell this dude really was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I seen a few of his fights before Tank was even thinking about fighting him. A couple of years back, I seen a couple of his fights, but then when you watch his fights, I mean, he got his jaw broke by I forgot the dude he fought that broke his jaw. He still won the fight. I think the other guy got robbed in that fight. I think Barrios really lost that fight, but his jaw was fucking broke. And then I said, damn, it's a possibility this dude could really give Tank an issue, but the likelihood of that is probably slim to none. That's what I said. I'm like, he probably gonna knock him out. Tank is probably gonna get him up out of there. I was going back and forth on that, but I had to analyze it a little bit. Then I came to my conclusion that Tank was gonna stop him, and that's what happened. So when Tank steps up and starts fighting people like Devin Haney, I'll even say Tio. I said he gets Tio out of there. After watching what happened with Tio, I would say, yeah, he more than likely gets Tio out of there. He gets Ryan Garcia out of there. I think Tio and Ryan Garcia were hype jobs. I really think they were, especially Ryan Garcia. I don't think they even belong up in the upper echelon as far as I'm concerned. Devin Haney, you got him. He's a different story. Shakur Stevenson, you got all these other boxers that's up and coming. And Tank has fought none of these other dudes, man. He didn't want to fight Tevin Farmer. He didn't fight Lomachenko. None of all these dudes that I'm bringing up, he's gonna have a problem knocking them out, and I'm telling you, he is. Devin Haney, all of them. But to the power junkies, oh man, Tank gonna knock all of them out. Line them up, he gonna knock all of them out like bowling pins. So you telling me Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Chris Colbert, Vasil Lomachenko, you line all these guys up and Tank just straight knocks all of them out? I don't believe that 1 minute. And that's what I mean about this KO thing. We get it twisted. They think just because a boxer is not known for knocking everybody out in every fight, he can't get a knockout. I mean, the guy has 15 knockouts already. I mean, eventually he's gonna get a knockout here and there, So there's a possibility that he's gonna get a knockout here. Deontay Wilder's another example. He was getting all these knockouts, then he got to Tyson Fury, or he got to Luis Ortiz, and the knockout was getting harder to come by. He wasn't getting that straight punch you out and then knock him out type stuff. He was getting issues, and that's what happened with Tyson Fury as well. So the whole knockout thing, man. When to sum it up, get to higher echelon fighters, you're not going to see that as much. You're going to see that shit slow down. When Tank finally fights somebody, you're going to see his knockout ratio drop, man. Guarantee that. But anyway, that's just my take on it. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, share. I'll catch you guys later on the next one. And I'm off this.